And I bring this up. You will find this lesson on the Patreon page for the Patreon community. And again, it's called Low Light Magic Smartphone Photography Tips. And yeah, it works. It does work, G. I love it. It works. Everyone loves a good tune. But if you go to if you become a member of the Patreon community, I always say I will give you more than you give me, and well, technically give it to this community and what we do here. But again, you can get all of the lessons, all of the Motivation Mondays, all of the stuff that we do, all of it lives here on Patreon. And since April is my Patreon month to try to drum up people to support what we do here, and you can go to the membership page and you can become a Patreon member for $3 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, $15 a month, and it goes on. And every one of these has benefits. So become a Patreon member. Flick on one of these and you can just go to patreon.com. Let me just make sure where's my little banner so I can do that so you'll have it. Oh, I tell you, the things we do for love. There you go. Join my Patreon community. www.patreon.com. That's how we keep the lights on. That's how I'm able to show up with you guys every day. You have here the blue, which is $3 a month, a cup of Joe. You have the yellow, community access. You have the purple, which says making a difference, which I recommend to everyone. Orange, making a bigger difference, which is $15. And then sky, I love the love of photography. And then red, basic photography 101, because some of y'all are in this and y'all still haven't requested your time for your photography lessons. But there you go. You have it. Just go through it, learn it, read it. And then you have access to all of the collections that we have here, all the different accomplishments, podcast interviews, media, giveaways, all that stuff lives here. So check it out. Check it out. Patreon. I love Patreon because it supports what we do here. It helps support what we do. Okay, so there you have it. Now let's get to the lesson. It is time for the lesson. Okay. Here we go. Low light magic smartphone photography tips. Now, I know there's a lot of you guys out there. Photography is done with this. You guys are, this is your camera. This is your tool. Your camera is your phone. And so let's talk about it. I forgot to say today is Happy Earth Day. Today is Earth Day. All the folks out there, it's Earth Day. Okay, back to the program. So here we go. It is time for low light magic smartphone photography tips to help you with your photography. Let's dive in. Okay, here we go. First of all, number one, boom, 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 boom. Find the light. Look for ambient light sources like streetlights, candles, neon signs. Position your subject near these for a soft, moody glow. You ever see some of those photos where you see like these funky, nice, beautiful, like rim light of purples and blues and all kinds of stuff? You can use those tricks by just, if this is really after the sun sets, right? You're outside and you still want to take pictures. The sun has already set and you want to still take pictures of your friends and your loved ones and the people you're hanging out with. The best way to do it. Don't just take the camera out and shoot. No. Move your subject over to a lamppost, underneath the lamppost. or go under, like this says, like neon signs. Anything that's lighting up is going to be a great place to create beautiful photos. Light, find the light. Get your subject under the light, below the light, across from the light. Same thing, you have the neon lights in storefronts. Here in New York City, you go to the East Village, there's lots of neon lights everywhere because of all the bars that, people like to hang out on the East Side. LES, Lower East Side of Manhattan, New York City. Same thing with Williamsburg. Bars, neon lights on the side, in the window. Position your subject in front of the window so that the light glows on them. It's okay if the light is green. It's okay if the light is yellow. It's okay if the light is red. It gives you a beautiful piece of photography. Again, making it unique and beautiful. Next. Yeah, some lights there. Christmas lights are the best lights, right? They're everywhere. People use them everywhere and for all around. You can plug one in or just hang around them. Street lamps. There you go. Get under the street lamp. Get under the street lamp. Next, steady hands, sharper shots. Remember we were talking, Dr. Tachi mentioned this on her platform. We talk about the 3 points. Elbow. Hold them close to your body. In, and then hold the camera. Now you have stability. Now your camera is not, if you just hold it like this, the camera is going to shake because we humans have nerves. And some of our nerves are a little more in motion than others, right? So if you hold it with one hand, you're still not going to get it stable. And people say, why do I get blurry shots? Well, because you're shaking. It's blurring. Think of it as a paintbrush, right? So you get blurry pictures because your hand is moving. But if you take this elbow, hold it tight to your body, and then take the picture, you create what's called 3 points of contact. 1 point, 2 point, and the third point, the hands on the camera. Okay? That's going to give you better photos. A steady hand gives you sharper images. Here we go. Avoid camera shake by stabilizing your phone against a solid surface. That's another way, is finding a surface and setting it on, like a shelf or a ridge or a railing or something to hold it and then take the picture. It's sitting on something. So because your camera at low light will adjust if you put it on low settings, and we'll talk about that too. Or you can use tripods and gimbals, right? We got these little gimbal guys or these little things that you can walk around with and attach your phone to. And then it has legs, and then you can set it down somewhere on a sidewalk or wherever you can find, on a car. Get permission, right? Tripods, gimbals. My tripod is in my bag. I will show that to you. Or you get these little things you get at fairs. Like I have this one. You put this in, you put the phone in here. It sits there, and then you place it on something to stabilize and take your picture, right? You get these at this one is from New York City Health and Hospitals. Just got it as a little gift, a parting gift. Okay, so Avoid camera shakes by stabilizing your phone against a solid surface or using a tripod. Use also your 3 points. I didn't put that in there. I forgot to put that one in there. But a steady shot is everything in low light. Because low light, your camera is going to adjust for a lower shutter speed. And if you have a lower shutter speed, it's going to pick up all your motions. Okay? Chris says, try not to put people under the lighting as you will have eye socket shadows. This is very true. If you're shooting portraits, if you have reflections, bank light into the face. Or you can go, if you have a white piece of paper, another trick for we photographers. Sometimes you don't have a reflector. Sometimes you don't have a reflector. You just don't have it. But you might have a bag with a white paper in it. Take out the paper and let the light come off the wall, reflect into the paper and onto the skin of the person. Or you can do it with the sunlight. If you let the sun reflect onto the paper and just kind of like hold it here and then take the picture, and this is in daylight, sunlight, and let it reflect. But paper, white paper or white pizza box that some folks use, photographers, when we can't find a reflector or we just happen not to have a reflector, but yes, someone calls us to do a photo shoot quickly and we just like, oh, I don't have my tools. You can run across the street to the pizza box, to the pizza place and say, hey, can I buy a pizza box from you? And then you take that pizza box and use the back of it, which is all white usually, and use it as a reflector, as a bounce. The light bounces off the pizza box onto the subject. Didn't mean to go down that road, but thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Bounce light. You can just bounce the light using simple things. Paper, pizza box. You never thought about that, right? I bet you never thought about that. How many of you know that trick? Did anybody know do you guys know about the pizza box trick? Huh. There's a pizza shop somewhere, everywhere, in every town. Go get the pizza box to act as a reflector. Chris says, I do. Chris says, I do. The pizza box. We photographers, that's our last minute thing. When we can't find a reflector, we didn't bring it. We got to make it. We got to create it. The shoot must go on. Okay, you see like this one, she's got a gimbal here, a gimbal on a tripod. Sorry, her phone is on the gimbal, and then you got tripods in the back there, tripod on the table there. Tripods are so good. Also, next, turn off flash. I should say in big letters, capitals all the way across, turn off the flash. There's nothing worse. You see people taking their flash out, turning on the flash at nighttime. It makes the photo look horrible. It's hard. It's rough. It's just horrible. Right? But what you can do is change your settings. Change your phone settings. Here we go. The harshness of a flash can ruin the vibe. Instead, increase your phone's exposure settings or use night mode to capture natural tones. So in your phone, you can change it and say night mode, especially the Android people. The Android people, man, you got it going on when it comes to your cameras. Because many of the Androids, my little Apple phone here, which I've just started using Apple, it has some capabilities that usually drive me insane because it's not exactly what I want because I'm so used to being an Android phone user. Androids are really good in this, for this. Because in Android phones, usually most of them have night mode. Night mode, you can change the exposure. You can go in and go professional. You can put on the professional mode. Oh, I shouldn't have turned my phone on. What's going on here? Everybody's binging me. No, turn off the bings. No, no bings. No more bings. Okay, there we go. Right? And I know there's some people in the building that swear by their Androids because I love my Android. I had my Android all my life. That's all I ever used was an Android, but I had to step it up to an Apple. And sometimes this Apple phone pisses me off in photography mode, but it has capabilities too. I do like the way some of these photos come out in my camera. I have my portrait mode. I have and I can add other things, cinematic, slow motion. Yeah, I could. Those are very basic stuff, but nothing like the Androids, y'all. I have to tell you, the Android phones are the best when it comes to photography. As in, you get more capabilities. But when I can't use my phone from the Apple phone, then I have what's on, and we're going to talk about this apps. I have an app. I use my Lightroom app, and my Lightroom app has a camera in it. And using that Lightroom camera that is connected to my Lightroom app that I use for editing, which we're going to talk about in a moment, the Lightroom app camera, you can play with your exposure and everything as if you were using your professional camera. So, just wanted to throw that in there with you. So again, turn off the flash. Most people don't realize that the flash was not created for night photography. The flash was created for daytime. What do you mean, Ron? Why? There's a little bonus. You're getting a bonus moment. You're getting a bonus moment here. Alert, alert. It's a bonus moment. Flash is what's called filler. It fills in the shadows, like Chris was talking about, filling in the shadows. Fill flash. You're right. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. It fills in the shadow. So when your sun is, because when you take a picture of a person, you don't want the sun facing into their eyes because then they squint, and they just kind of like, you don't get a beautiful photo from your subject when the sun is facing in their face. So what you do is you put the sun behind the individual, the subject, the person, and then you turn on the flash. And the flash fills in the shadows caused by the sun being behind them. And so we call it fill flash. The flash was created for daylight. Your exposure settings was created for nighttime. Chris says, benefits of a photography degree and a few years of pro work. That's right, Chris. There you go. There you go. I bet a lot of you did not know that the flash was for daylight. The flash. Remember when we used to hang out back in the old days and they used to have the little cubes that you put on your camera? Most people took pictures during the day. Chris says that's why flash is balanced to daylight color. There you go. The professionals are in the room. They're confirming what I'm saying. Because believe me, I got to come here ready and prepared because there's a lot of photographers here. They will check me. right? So I got to give you the right information. If you knew, I want to see in the comment box. If you did not, if this was something new, you did that? You did not know. Say, Ron, put in a flash. Yes, this is new. Yes, I did not know flash was for the daytime. Yes, I did not know. Yes, put a yes, I did not know. Yes, I did not know. Put it in the comment box. I'm curious. Yes. Mimi says, yeah, they will. Yes, right. These are some hardcore photographers in this room. We got Lady G. We got Chris. We got Anthony. We got a bunch of y'all in here. Those are the ones that are like really like that's their job. So guys, turn off the flash, but use your exposure, or if you have Android, go into night mode. And the camera will create the settings properly for you to have better pictures at night. But one thing you will definitely would not like to, I say you would like to do, you must do, turn off the flash. Turn off the flash, but use your exposure. Is anybody in the room? I don't see anybody. I guess everybody knew that information. I didn't bring it up before. Again, using the light. One of my favorite things to do, what I should say, not things, one of my favorite places to photograph, concerts. Because you have all this color and all this light, and you never use a flash at a concert. For photographers, we don't use flash. We let the light do its work. When you got that light coming down from the angle on the star on the stage, or when the band is moving around the stage and the light is moving and crossing, we take advantage as photographers of the light. Like the Bible says, let there be light. We as photographers, what do? I'm on a roll here, y'all. I'm on a roll. Stay with me. What are we? What are we as photographers? We are light chasers. We chase light. So at nighttime, whether it's a concert hall, whether it's sun going down, wherever it is, it's a reflection off a building, it's a light coming out of a store. We are light chasers. We chase the light. We hunt for light. We paint with light. There we go. There's someone that says, Kimmy says, never knew that about the flash. Thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. G says, learning and experimenting with your tools will change your world. Practice makes better results. Perfect doesn't exist. Perfect, let me say it again from G. Perfect doesn't exist. Anthony says, if you use flash at a concert, they will escort you out. Yes, Chris says, literally translating light writers. Cass says, great tips on flash. Yes. Okay, we got another 2. Someone else is awake. Can you hear me out there? We as photographers are light chasers. We chase the light. We chase light. Even a small, beautiful, candlelit room. Light. Your eye is drawn to the light. Whenever you take a photo, your eye will be drawn to the light. The viewer will be drawn to the light. Here's a nice still photo. Still photo. S-T-I-L-L. Still life photo. Reflection of the candlelight in the window. The background of the house. Raindrops on the window pane. the candle in threes in front of you, a beautiful still capture. Your eye goes to the light. Yes. Mimi says, let me get my little cat over here. Mimi says, great. Yes, great tips. Great tips. These are great tips. Here we go. The next one, we're going to be out of here. Experiment with shadows. Ooh. With one of our photographers that's been on the show, that have spoken on the show, our Michael Young is a master at shadow photography. Experiment with shadows. Shadows add drama. Use them to frame your subject, to create artistic composition. Shadows and add drama. What do I mean? That's light. I'm just using light there. But look at the shadow here. Look how the shadow is framing the subject. Look how the shadow is framing the subject. Look at that. Fifi says, Ron, if you can't get folks excited about photography, no one can. I love what I do. And I love doing what we do as photographers. And I love seeing all of these tools working. Frame with the shadow. It makes a beautiful composition. Here's another one. Look at that. Finding that little piece of light. Finding that little piece of light and putting your subject's face and body slightly in it, while the rest of the areas are dark and playing with shadows and light behind. This is how you create photos. This is not a lesson on taking pictures or pressing a button, right? This is all about creating photos, creating art. Chris says, that's composition with the use of circumstantial elements of light and dark. This is how you create impact. Exactly. Photographers do not take pictures, we create them. We create photos by knowing these tools, by knowing these rules, by knowing. And like Gwendolyn said earlier, by experimenting and doing it over and over and over again. There is no perfection. Don't let perfection be the death of your creativity. Don't let perfection be the dagger that kills your creativity. Ooh, that's a powerful statement, y'all. Are you hearing me? Don't let perfection be the dagger that kills your creativity. Woo! 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 Chris says, practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice creates the foundation. Practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice creates the foundation. Come on, can the photographers say amen? We having photography church here today. Photography church is here. We're having photography church. For all the photographers in the room, for all those that want to be photographers, for all those that want to take your phones out and photograph your world. There you have it. There you have it. Anthony says, perfection will never be achieved. This is art and therefore subjective. Hannah says, yes, I didn't know. I didn't know. Are y'all learning something today? Are y'all learning something today? And if you are happen to check out this video later on, put something in the comment box. Let us know that you are learning. Next, this is next and last, use photo editing apps. Post-shot edits can amplify details and tones. Apps like Snapseed, you hear me say it over and over again. That's my app, right? Snapseed, or my Lightroom Mobile are fantastic for enhancing low light photos. You can play with low light photos. You can intensify in editing light. You can bring up the light a little more. You can bring it down in different areas. You can have what we call dodge and burn. Dodge and burn a project, like move across the photo and highlight something and lower something else. Dodge and burn. There you have it. So if you and Lightroom Mobile is free. They do have a paid version, but Lightroom Mobile is free. They even have Photoshop Mobile. Just go to the Adobe area in Lightroom. I'm sorry, in your store. But you should always, I think, always, you should ever. I tell this community all the time. Snapseed is the biggest bang for the buck. You don't have to pay for it at all. And it has so many tools to make your photography beautiful or to create what you want it to be. This is your creativity. This is about you creating and sharing with the world your photography. You may have just started last week. You may not have even started. You may say, I've always wanted to use my photography. I've always wanted to be a photographer. I always wanted to use my phone as my camera. I don't have a big machine. I just have a phone. That phone is a powerful tool. Use it. Use it. Chris says, that's a classic conversation. Art is subjective. Perfection is objectified. Woo! Come on, y'all. I hear you. I hear you. The photographers are in here. The photographers are participating. The photographers are in the house and they are sharing with you. With you. Come on. You can be a photographer. You can be a photographer. Just begin using this one little tool you got there. Nice little smartphone. You can do it. Get your editing tools. Use those editing tools. Use them on your phone. Use them on your desktop. Use it. Low light photography is beautiful. Nothing like the sun setting, sun rising. Do you know most photographers, especially landscape photographers, their best time of the day is an hour or two before sunrise? They get up at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning to get their photos. And then they go home and go to sleep while the rest of us work. Landscape photographers, their best work is done early in the morning. Low light, lower light, no harsh noonday sun. There you have it. The conclusion of the matter. Try these tips this week and photograph your world like a pro. How many are you going to do that? How many are going to take out their cameras this week and test the waters of low light photography? How many? How many are going to do it? How many? I want to know. Is there anyone out there that's receiving this information? So I see people online. Anyone out there? Anyone out there? How many of you are going to use your camera? Experiment. Play with your cameras. You have it everywhere you go. Use it. Use it. Chris says, let me get the next one. Chris says, you don't have to be a professional to call yourself a photographer. There you go. There you go. Mimi says, I am. She says, I have a birthday in the next 3 weeks. Get out there and photograph your world. What's stopping you? What's stopping you? Only you can stop you. You can do this. You can do this. Okay, where's my little banner? Where's my little banner? If you want to join the email list, make sure you go to ronlouisphotos.com, put yourself on the mailing list. It comes up immediately. You can just get that and make sure you do that. Also, I am an event photographer. That's how I make my money. If you know someone that's looking for a photographer, send them my way. I do event photography for corporations. That's mainly what I do. But I also do private events for people's homes and parties and birthdays and, you know, bar mitzvahs and all that other stuff. I do it. I do event photography. And again, as I repeat, thank you for the Patreon members for supporting what we do here. And if you are not a Patreon member, become a Patreon member so you can support what we do here. And last but not least, Photograph Your World, Virtual Basic Photography 101. Fun tutoring using your camera model, creative instructions, and learning at your pace. And I also, if you live in New York, I'm available in-person tutoring in New York City as well. Okay, we can learn and teach. Learn and teach. Teach and learn. There you have it. There we go. Okay, there you got it. Any questions? Any questions out there? Any questions? Any questions before I leave this subject? Any questions? I'm leaving the room up for a Q&A, and then we're out of here. I know we're a little longer. We went long today. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to go so long. Oh, this is almost a 2-hour event. Holy moly, I didn't realize the time. I got so excited. Got so excited about the photography. I had 2 subjects to tell you about today. So here we go. Here we go. Any questions? Any Q&A? Going once. Going once. Going twice. And going twice. Going 3 times. And we are gone. Guys, have a wonderful day. Have a great day. Do something special. Get those cameras out. Photograph your world. I will see you tomorrow. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.